Hello people, you are watching the Beer Monster reviews, which of course means it's Beer Monster o'clock. So let's crack on with another beer review. This time we'll be reviewing a craft beer of the Stout variety by the Siren Craft Brewery. Here's a little look at your can. Looks a bit sort of mesmerising, almost like hypnotises you, with all the mad patterns going on. And some young lady. It is a Nitro Breakfast Stout, this one, and it's called Broken Dream. As I say, by Siren's 440ml can, this one. I picked it up from Asda for £3, but it's also in the 4 for 3 deal if you fancy purchasing a few extra beverages. It'll take it down to about £2.20, around that sort of price. I haven't done the maths on it, it's just a guess, but probably works out something like that, doesn't it? And it's 6.5% ABV, so she's got a bit of balls behind her, hasn't she? Hopefully it'll be nice. I've never tried this before. I was actually considering putting it through the Surger, but then I thought, well, if I've never tried it before, let's see if I like it, drinking it the traditional way. And perhaps if I do, maybe that's one for another video, see if it improves it even more so. Or it might just be a load of dog shit and I just won't bother if it is, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's chuck her in the glass and see what she looks like. See if she's got a nice, pretty appearance or not. Let me know if you've tried this one, guys. I would be very pleased to hear your thoughts on it, whether you think it's nice or not. Of course, everybody's different, so the more opinions, the merrier. As you can see, I've just dumped it upside down, because that's the best thing to do if you're drinking a nitro-infused beverage, like a Nitro Guinness, the Black Heart, the Forged, John Smith's, Carlin Premier, if you're unfortunate enough. That is rough, that one. I stuck it through the Surger on one of my videos. If you're interested in that, check out my beer reviews playlist. There's all sorts of stuff on there. There we go. She's in the glass, and yeah, it looks pitch black, pretty much, isn't it? Pitch black in colour. We've got a nice tanned looking head. Quite a big stonker of a head on that one, isn't there, really? Let's get the nose in there and check out the aromas of this breakfast stout. Interestingly, before I do that, breakfast stout's an interesting name, doesn't it? Because, like, what's it going to smell like? Egg and bacon or something? Sausage? No, I think breakfast stout, what it actually means, is supposed to be more of like a coffee and oatmeal or oat sort of thing. I don't mean like an English breakfast, so to speak, because that could be quite interesting, couldn't it? A full English fry up stout, mate. Yeah, that's what I'm having for breakfast. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a mad one. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't smell like a full English fry up with a black pudding and all that as well. But let's double check, shall we? Dark chocolate for me. Smells like dark chocolate. That's the first thing I'm getting. Roasted toasted malts. Bit of coffee, just a touch of coffee. It smells rather inviting. It smells more like a traditional sort of a stout. Hopefully it's not going to be a pudding in a glass or anything like that. Wouldn't be much of a breakfast stout if it was a pudding in a glass, would it? Right, I'm just going to sink it and see if I like it, I suppose. Cheers, everybody. BOSH! Let's go in and see what she's all about and if it's worth a buy. Oh, yeah. That is lovely. It's got sort of a medium body to me, a nice silky smooth mouthfeel to it. It just gets you off to a nice start right away, and it's kind of like a delayed reaction in this beer. It's got like, you're getting all the flavours and then you think it's done and then it sort of comes back for a second innings on you. Got your roasted malt, you got your coffee, It's more like a kind of espresso sort of type coffee. Quite strong. It's like a milky sort of vibe about it. I think they've put some lactose in it or something like that. It's an interesting beer, actually. It's got more flavour than I thought, because a lot of time when you start using nitro, you take away a lot of the flavour, didn't you? This one don't care. Still got a lot of flavour. It gets close to the mark a few times to becoming too sweet for me. Now, if you regular viewer of the channel, you'll know I'm not massive on me sweetness when it, and this is quite sweet, so you'd probably would think I wouldn't enjoy this. If you've tried it before, you're probably thinking he's going to hate this. But it kind of gets right to that line where I'm like, nah, that's too sweet, mate. That's too sweet. And it just never quite crosses it. It sort of stays right on me boundaries of sweetness, almost teasing me. It's like saying, you want to hate me, didn't you? But I'm not quite going to go over that line, so you're going to like me. Let's go again. It's weird. At the start, you got like a milk chocolate of your roasted malts and a creamy sort of milkiness. Then it sort of pauses for a bit, and you think you're done, and then it comes back in for a second wave, and that second wave is where you're getting like the dark chocolate for me, and a slight earthy kind of earthiness towards the end. And there's a bitterness, but it's like the bitterness is almost like a coffee style sort of bitterness. It's really interesting, and it sort of lingers on. That earthiness and that coffee sort of bitterness just lingers on a little while, and just makes you want to go in there again. This is very nice. It's very, very nice. I probably couldn't have too much because it is quite rich and sweet. Like I say, it doesn't quite cross that mark, thankfully. And I do like stouts, but I can't do the puddings in a glass. It isn't the pudding in a glass. I get why it's called a breakfast stout. I've got that oatmeal in there, and I think this is enjoyable, this one, so I can recommend it. I think it's worth a buy if you've not tried it. Of course, if you have tried it, guys, let me know what you think, because it's interesting to see different opinions and that, and it helps other people know whether they should buy it or not. If I say it's great and 10 people in the comments say it's a load of old shit, then people probably think, don't listen to that twat, listen to the people in the comments, because we're all different, and we've all got different tastes. I'll just tell you my opinion. Sometimes people agree with me, sometimes they don't. Luckily, a lot of the time people seem to agree with me. As far as score goes out of 10, let's demolish this last little bit. By the way, you cannot taste that 6.5% ABV. It's just like drinking a Guinness or something. Probably dangerously smashable. Put 6 cans of this in front of me, I'd absolutely slaughter them, and then probably when I go to stand up, I'll realise it's 6.5%. Right, last bit. Look at all that shit in the bottom, look. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's showing up. It's almost like lumps of yeast or whatever in the bottom there. It's black though, so that's a little bit off-putting. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I think it's solid, that. I enjoyed that. I will definitely buy that again. Very nice. I was surprised I hadn't tried it sooner, actually. It's never quite won me over, I suppose. Shows you, doesn't it? You never know. Yeah, a 9 out of 10. Let me know what score you'd give it, guys. Smash that like button if you made it this far. Consider subscribing to the channel if you've enjoyed this review, because we're all just like this. It's just a different beer on a different day, So if you enjoyed this one, you might as well subscribe. There's a membership down the bottom. Super thanks if you want to use it. I wouldn't, but it's there if you want to. Till next one, guys. Bye-bye, darlings.